Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here, Midday Money on a Thursday, the 24th of July, 1 week away from Hall of Fame game action. Told you about the Chargers plus 1.5. That has not changed. Although the line is basically a bunch of pick'ems right now. So that's the only thing that's changed since I told you to do that. We're scrolling. I'll put the block up there. Twitter at Mr. Sean Higgs on the X. Thumbs up for the YouTube channel, Sean Higgs. Winners, whiners, picks, parlays, all a little different. Picks, parlays, me and Earl. Rolling out some videos for you. Winners and whiners, you got Dave Delano, Scott Reichel doing a bunch of free picks, although I stream there live. And Sean Higgs, personal channel. I do some live stuff in gaming over there for football or baseball or college hoops, whatever's going on there. Again, it's live. I don't need to get dinged for copyright on channels I do not own with picks, parlays, winners, whiners. That's why I tell you to follow Sean Higgs. Of course, we do some baseball cards over there. I love the 80s stuff. I've been saying for all summer that we're going to do some. We have not done them. So I'm a little lazy when it comes to that, but it's football season. I got to get the football up to speed there. Speaking of which, tonight, loaded up already here. If you're on the notification bells, if you're subscribed to the YouTube channels, all three little look headlines tonight. Talk NFL Week 1, Week 0 college football. If you're a Sean Higgs YouTube Premium, I reposted plays I put out here a couple weeks ago. I put them here in the chat. And you'll come back tonight and we'll talk about college football because all the games I've given out have moved. This is why I say, for me, when I do like look headlines on Sunday nights, listen, you don't want to buy package. People do, but I know a lot of people in the chat don't. And that is fine. That's fine. Come in, hit the like button, contribute. Wonderful. But when we give games out on Sunday, and I give them out ahead of time, and then people come in game day and say, how did you get this line? I always have to explain to myself that I'm not waiting for NFL game day, college football on location, 11:45s on Saturdays. No, I bet a game 40 days out. I'm looking at Week 2 NFL right now. As always, iHeartRadio After the Fact podcast. If you're an iHeartRadio, if you're podcast listeners, I appreciate it. We'll get right into today. I'm just going to do a Marcos minute for the games. I had to adjust the baseball record. I made a mistake, and of course, Mr. Numbers, he is a hawk when it comes to anything I put up in here. And I know that. I want the right things, and I don't fabricate the records. I say I'm on sites. You go to sites, you see my record. They vary slightly on the sites based on what's available. Sometimes lines aren't up. Sometimes it's a push. Sometimes it's a win. Sometimes it's a loss. All in all, they're the same games. You'll never see, hey, we have the Lakers, but on those that I had the Celtics. You'll never see that. You'll see maybe a game not posted, maybe a push, a loss, a win. I do not lie about the records. Do I make a mistake? Yeah. Is it an honest mistake? I left off a game the other day. I didn't write it down. I guess I added it late to the chat. I had to go back and watch the video. I didn't even watch the video. I went to YouTube. YouTube. I went to Twitter to see it. It was there. So I added it. I adjusted it. It's that. 174, 166 for Major League Baseball sides and totals this year. So you have that. That is the record. That is how we've been the entire season. Premium side of things, couple games under 500 still. Trucking along. We did have a winning day yesterday going 2-2, but big dog with Colorado gets us a winning day. What am I going to do? A couple games under 500. We, down a little bit. That's 6 units, 7 units. It's all right. Ruby prop 75, 134 plus 920. A winning baseball season. That's all that matters. Now, for today, I said I'll give it a Marcos Minute style rundown. If you're a YouTube Premium on Sean Higgs, you already know who we have here. Cleveland. Now, I got him at minus a 114, 116, even a 112 with this game. It is now at a 119 mark, maybe 120. See some 115s out there. People buying back on Charlie Morton. The Blue Jays and the Tigers. I like Toronto here. It was plus 122, even some 120s. That's down to about a 115 mark. I do worry about Toronto a little bit off of the big series win, but the Tigers struggling. I don't want to take them as a favorite. Much like we said, we took Toronto yesterday. Like, Yanks have been struggling a little bit, laying 140s. Same thing here, Detroit, laying 130. Not interested there. Padres and Cardinals. I can make a case for the Cardinals. Sonny Gray, clear edge over you. Darvish, bad out of the break. What are they? 1-5. Swept Arizona. Didn't look good. I had Colorado yesterday plus 180 there. So we have that in our pocket. I would lean Cardinals there with Gray. A's and the Stros. I like the Stros run line here. Why wouldn't I? They are hot. Plus 165 on that one. And Seattle and the Angels. Nothing doing on this one for me. Do I want to lay 150 with the Angels and Kikuchi? No. Seattle on the road. They hit the ball. Evans, I'm not in love with. I would do a run line here for the Angels, or a plus 140-ish run line over. I see some 9s out there, juice to 125, 9.5s, minus 101, 102, even plus money. I could see some runs in that one, but again, did not move on that game. Cleveland, Toronto, Houston are my premium plays. You get them here. Enjoy them. It's going to be a short show today because one, we have 5 games, and 2, I'm coming back tonight with NFL and college football. So there's that. Jeff's in the house. Hope you're doing well. Bet my one baseball game of the season. Rockies just say, hope your day is well. It's going all right. Listen, I can't complain. Winning day yesterday. I had the Rockies as well. We move on, Jeff. Good to see you. Michael B's in the house. Aloha. Stop Geo. Aloha means goodbye. Speaking of goodbyes, Hulk Hogan died. So that one, listen, Theo Huxtable, Malcolm John Warner. We all watched Cosby Show in the 80s. All right, that's a rough one there. Ozzy, I wasn't a huge Ozzy fan, but man, Ozzy Osbourne. Hulk Hogan, somebody I watched all the time. Come on, Thunderlips. That guy was the WWF back in the day. Sad. Crazy. Then you're getting old and your guys start dying. People you grew up with. Terrible. Michael B. 3-2 days. They should have been at least 4-1. The A's and the Twins lost their games is beyond stupid. Royals, Jays, Verlander. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Timo says, I like the pain. I'm on the A's again. Oh, all right. Listen, you're a Met fan. I get it. I get it's tough. Michael B says, Major League Baseball, 5 games. The whole world's going to be on the Guardians, but betting Baltimore, tough spot for the Jays. Tigers not playing well. Padres maybe. A's, heck no. Maybe the Mariners. So yeah, why wouldn't you be on the Guardians? They're hot right now. And again, I had a loser with Toronto the other day with Scherzer in this kind of spot, laying and I did a run line with Scherzer in that spot. I did lay the 115 here. Actually, I got a bunch of 112s, but 116 here on this site. If it loses, it's not a bad. Again, if it was 125, I probably would have went run line. I've talked about Charlie Moore and how he's pitched well. He had a bad first 4 starts. He had a bad last start. The other 15 starts in between last game and his first 5, one game allowed more than 4 runs. So he's been decent. I mean, come on. You give up more than 3 runs. He gave up 4 runs in a game. So 15 games, pretty solid. And also the fact that, again, Cleveland's been hot. But more than, let's see, he's getting traded, Mike. He's out of here. Do they want him to go 8 shutout innings? I'm sure that would help the cause, but what if he gets hurt? I don't know. I could see a short pull on him, 5 innings if it's 1 hit, 1 run, 2 run ball, getting him out of there. And the first sign of him getting shelled, they're not gonna leave him in there. They want to trade this guy. Tough spot for Jays. Beat the Yanks again. but you're an underdog. I'll take them in an underdog role here. Tigers have not been good coming into the break or out of the break. I don't know about the Padres. I'm not a Darvish guy. Definitely agree with the A's. Mariners, that dog, again, do you want them as the plus money there, or do you want Kikuchi on a run line there? Because I think there'll be runs. Seattle hits on the road. We know that. Mr. Wesker says the Tiger Woods Nike Polo thing. There we go. Polo style today. Tomorrow is a Friday. It'll be a free-for-all Friday. Maybe I'll wear a crazy Hawaiian shirt with some surfing big feet, big foots. Yeah, Hulk Hogan. I never watched a reality show, but come on, him, Junkyard Dog, Tito Santana, Big John Studd, Ultimate Warrior, Roddy Piper. I mean, those were the days. USA Network, WWF at 12 noon on a Sunday after Jabberjaw in the Cartoon Express. Come on. Yeah. Costanza to record a win. Who is it? Costanza? Jason Alexander? What is the odd on that? I mean, again, I went run line with the Stros. Just because Sevy's been terrible. I couldn't, again. I get greedy. This is why I'm a couple games under 500. This is why. Because I do these run lines, and I get greedy. The Yanks and the Dodgers losing. Higgs can't find anything to complain about. They're just two teams I say let's bet against, right? They're favored. They're juice favorites. Even if they win 100 games, which both of them are not, you're still losing 60. You're laying on an average of probably about 140, right? I mean, let's be honest. Well, overall for the season, what is the average on these guys? And like I said the other day, it was yesterday we were talking. I don't remember when, the days run amok when you're up all night and then up in the morning doing stuff. If you're going to jump on the Yanks, hey, Yanks are good. Yeah, okay. They're, minus 846 on the year. Minus 846. How's that paying off, Benny Yankees? And I say this because I don't do it. I don't just say, you know what, I'm going to bet against the Yankees and the Dodgers all season long and see how I do. I don't do that. I'm taking the Dodgers minus 661. You'd be up over maybe close to $2 in your pocket just betting against those two teams on $100. You got to find them in spots. I'm not this. I don't know if people are. I'm sure there are somebody who's going to be like, you know what? I'm just going to bet against them all season and see how I do. I'm sure you can even throw the Mets probably into that group of teams. What are they down? They're only down $44. JK's in the house. And George Costanza. I know who you meant. You'll be betting preseason football. Already have. Already took the Chargers plus 1.5. Preseason gets a bum rap. I understand. Again, baseball, do I throw out a game or two? But NFL, it's a little bit trickier now with the abbreviated season. But I think you could find stuff. The coaches still say what's going to happen. I think in the spot, I like the Chargers. I told you about the Chargers. Line's a pick 'em. It was 1.5. It's a pick now. I don't know if I'm right. But at least on the concept of I told you to take it at plus 1.5, it's a pick 'em. When I do the football show later on, I said when I did a couple weeks ago, it was, hey, let's take Western Kentucky minus 7.5. I put it out on Sean Higgs YouTube. It's 10. TCU plus 115. They're minus 3, minus 155 now. I'm all right picking some games. Now, if people don't want to bet them when I tell them to, how am I the bad guy? I'm not a Darvish guy either. Cardinals coming out of Colorado, 1 to 5 cents a break. I'm not laying money. Exactly. I don't want to lay money with them. They're not on a premium pick. I said here I lean that way just because I'm not a Darvish guy. Not at all. I mean, I'm looking to catch my under here. St. Louis win total. Stroh's team total over. Yeah. And they could get crushed today. Means I think they've been hurting anyway between the Yankees going down, the Dodgers losing. I mean, will I be shocked if the A's win today? No. That's why I took a plus 165. Plus 165, I think, so we're worth a shot. Hogan's influence to the business may be greater than anyone. Respect to him. But was he tough to work with? Too many other greats in the business just wouldn't put people over. Wait, was he? Thought a lot of guys didn't like him. I mean, I enjoyed the 80s wrestling. I know there's it's totally different how it is with when he went to, what is it, the WWE or ECW, whatever that crap is. I never knew any of that stuff. I knew Sunday wrestling. I saw Junkyard Dog wrestle in high school versus maybe Brutus the Barber Beefcake or somebody, Noticeable decline in Jerry Jones' health. I don't watch that crap. I could care less. I mean, the guy's was he 80 years old? Probably should decline a little bit. This guy ruined the team. Ruin the franchise. He doesn't get in a pitching contest with Jimmy Johnson. They win the next year. Let's be honest. The next year with Barry Switzer, they go to the championship game, lose to the Niners on the road. It was a close game. Switzer goes on the field, gets a conduct penalty. Niners score again really fast. They win the next year. Jimmy Johnson is, would he three-peat? Who knows? Would he win the third? Absolutely. Would he kept going? 100%. 100%. Yeah, Hulkamania ninja. Who didn't want to be a little Hulkster growing up? Thunderlips. Remember he threw Rocky out of the arena? Orioles, Guardians, over 9. I'm not looking to do an over in that game. I mean, Charlie, again, Morton had a bad start last game. We got to go back to April to see him have a bad one like that. The guy's been decent in his 15 starts prior to that. And as much as Cleveland's been hitting, that's why it's like, all right, I'll take Cleveland at the 120-ish. Because they're hitting. They've won 8 out of 10. Orioles are on last place. Morton's gone. They want him to come out here and get hurt or something? Him, Mullins, Mountcastle, Eflin, all gone. All gone. Like we said, I think most of us I watched wrestling when we turned 11, 12, realized it was fake. But yeah, when you're a kid, Hulkamania, $1 Million Man, Macho Man, Hitman, the Hearts. I mean, really, it's kind of like my little baseball card stuff, bro. From I don't remember collecting 83 baseball cards, but I sure as heck remember 84 baseball cards, 85, 86, 87, those years watching G.I. Joe and Transformers on TV after school. They were on 3:30, and then they pushed it back to 4:30, which is cool because I had to take a bus home, so I wasn't getting home till late. Like those shows. Saturday morning cartoons were on 247. Sunday was Cartoon Express on USA Network, channel 50 for me back in Jersey. And then wrestling. I mean, it was what it was. You'd watch your shows. You had Cosby Show, Cheers on Thursday. You had Alf. I think Alf was on Monday nights. Miami Vice, of course, Fridays. I mean, those are the best years of your life. 11, 12, 13, 14. You're a kid. You're hanging with your friends. You're playing outside, playing sports, running around, playing tag, bike chase. And then what? 15, 16, and here come the girls. You're serious about a sport. You're working. There you go. Life's over. Life's over at 15. Seattle looks like a good spot with the Angels on travel. Yeah. Again, do I want to lay a 145, 150 with Kikuchi? No. Seattle out of the break, you look good for a little bit, and then you not a great run there versus the Brew Crew. Brewers, again, I can't knock the Brewers because they have the best record in baseball. But say your prayers, take your vitamins. So we do nothing. Yeah, that's all you can do. Angels money line. I would prefer a run line with the Angels. Ninja. Mariners for a playoff and division win. Division win. You're 6 back. Man, that's a lot of humping to get over the Astros. I think you should. You have a healthy pitching staff. The Stros don't. The Stros are riding Framber and Hunter Brown right into the ground. Astros haven't hit all year, and yet you're still trailing them. I'd love to see the Mariners get Suarez or Naylor or both. They got to get a decent bat, or two. They'll make the playoffs. Overtaken Houston. I don't know. That's a lot to ask for. I mean, you got the Rangers on your butt. There's another team, the Rangers, wasting good pitching. Problem is, Seattle's Kikuchi's off a horrible start. He's been lights out at home. Halos can hit, but -1 exactly. Oh, they won 50. The what's it's here? The Mariners hit on the road. They're pretty good on the road hitting. To the tune of number 1 batting average on the road, 270. 270. Third most homers. Third most RBI. I'm guessing third most runs scored. 270. 2 behind the Cubbies, and then a Brew Crew leading the way. Probably what Coochie is, I cannot get on the right side of his dude. I can't get on the right side of him. All right, I understand that. Like some guys, some teams, you're on them, they lose. You're against them, they win. You fade a guy, he's great. You bet against him that day, he's terrible. I mean, I get that. 5 games, you don't got to bet that one. I mean, that's the least favorite of the bunch for me, at least. Followed closely by St. Louis, laying the number there, St. Louis. But then again, you look at these numbers, Eric, and you're like, ooh, 140s, 145s, 150s. Telling you the dogs don't have a shot. I mean, the Padres, better record by a couple games, but still, St. Louis is a 500 team, 52 and 51. You want to lay that number with them? I don't. I'm not looking to do that. Let's see. Someone dialed in Corey Seager. Corey Seager hit run ribby props lately. 11 straight at home, 18 of the last 21 games overall. Seen the ball well against Rays and Olympics. Listen, Corey Seager's a pretty darn good player. Problem is he wasn't healthy start the year. I got a MVP ticket on Corey Seager. I was writing down all my props the other day from a couple of the sites. I chalked that up as a loss already, Corey Seager. MVP 100 for 1,400. It was a 14-1. What losers do I have already? Reds. NL Central. So that's a $200 loser there. Corbin Burns, Cy Young loser. Yamamoto, Cy Young loser. Twins to make the playoffs should be a winner. A bunch of losers here. Cole Raggins over wins 10.5. That's a loser. Hunter Green over 8.5 wins. That's a loser. O'Neill for Baltimore. Cody Bellinger, both of them to lead the league in homers. Loser. Again, that was 23 and 43 to 1 odds there. O'Neill over 22.5 homers. Loser. Times 2. I got that twice, 22.5 homers for him. I had 30 homers for what's-its last year and nothing. Nothing in Baltimore. Doesn't get a shot. Corey Seager, I know. Cal Raleigh home run today. What are the odds, Ninja? I need the odds. Winning on my Cal in the house. You know me, I want to lay, not always. Yeah. So if that's the case, if you like the Angels, you do a run line. Take the plus money. But if you want to take Seattle, I'm not going to talk you off Seattle. They win on roads. Let's have a minimum 500 on something I can't get my jollies off. If a win isn't decent enough, I never saw the point. Nickels around the board for Mr. Weskers. Big pockets. Deep. Subject says, no loss. I may throw a buck on that myself after the show. There you go. Maybe lean over on Baltimore. I don't know. Again, what's his name's Morin has not pitched bad. Granted, he's off a bad start. The 15 before that, pretty good. One game more than 3 runs. And that game was just 4 runs. So, tough to say over there because Cleveland's a light hitting squad, even though they've run off a few wins. Over to 9. Over to 9 is minus 120. Markel with the Angels scoring some runs. Cal is a 2-1 odds for a home run today. See, 2-1's all right. I would mix that into doing like a run ribby parlay. Like if that's the case, do like over his hit run ribbies and then do a solo ribby and a solo run. Get that better than 2-1 in a parlay. Again, I'm not. I say I don't want to push people into parlays, but 2-1 on a homer. I mean, most guys are in the 4 or 5 range. Granted, he's in rarefied air right now with Judge and Suarez cranking out 35, 40 homers, but Nicholas isn't that much of a winning season. Listen, you're my level and people in the Tats level and your level is different. You think people are betting nickels across the board here with their parlays and how people bet? And we talk, Mr. Weskers, I assume you're a little older guy too. So you might be a little more disciplined. So you hear me, yeah, well, at the beginning of the year, it was not. It was 14-1. Late card. Thank you. Captain Obvious, alt line Markel coming in and letting us on his way 5 games today. Thank you, Markel, 29 minutes into the show. Gio says Cucci has a 10 ERA at home, I believe. Does he have a 10 ERA at home? How is that possible? His ERA is 1.98 at home with a 218 batting average against. 48 hits, 59 innings, 13 earned runs allowed. So there is that. He's been hit a little bit in July, a 4.64 ERA, 5 2/3, 2 runs, 5 innings, 4 runs, home versus Texas. 5 2/3, 3 runs, home versus Arizona. 5 innings, 2 runs in Philly. 24 Ks in 21 innings, 23 hits. Kurtz bases. I could do a little Nick Kurtz. Yes, Altuve. Machado. I don't mind these. Might be. Hey, there's only a couple games today. Oh, it's first inning ERA. Okay. A little different than a home ERA. Okay. So he gets hit early. Again, the Mariners are the third best average team. Basically third overall best team in baseball, hitting-wise. I assume there's some low to mid-rollers in most streams on YouTube. I'm comfortable shooting off a nickel. I do this full-time, different number. Exactly. You know, you tell people you do things, they look at you like you're nuts. Like, you can't do that. Well, I mean, do something for 30 years, have a little money in your pocket. Do it for 10 years, have some money in your pocket. One of the Markel's got a gift card. What should I buy on Amazon? I don't know. King D's in the house. Reds money line winner yesterday. Good job. Did not cash the over yesterday. That was a freebie there. We got the red side of things. I'm annoyed. I didn't like Soroka. I should have just stayed with the Reds. Had to go over like a dummy. No, that's my middle name. That's my middle name, dummy. Sometimes. Kikuchi over 6.5 Ks plus 115. Listen, I see that plus 115. It worries me. Why is it plus and I'm minus? Sorry, Markel. Teasing you a little bit there. We're just teasing you. I stand corrected. Kikuchi's first year this ERA is in the sixes. Still not good. Still not good versus a team who is one of the better hitting teams in baseball on the road. Key is on the road. Biggest bet ever did was on a UFC female fighter. All right. Biggest bet, a female fighter.
Stop it. Get some help.
There you go. There you go. That's where we're going to go with that one. So I gave you the rundown of the whole board at the beginning of the show. You could re-listen. The show's only 30 minutes. We got 5 games. I'll be back tonight. It's loaded up here. Notification bell on. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Sean Higgs, Winners, Whiners, Picks, and Parlays. 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 Central. That'll be 5 for you West Coast folks. Look at headlines. Week 1, Week 0, college and NFL football talk. Who knows? Who knows pops in the chat? Maybe I'll send out a live link. You know, who knows? Tomorrow might be around or, somebody else. We're talking football tonight. Week 1, Week 0. Hope to see you there. Live later. I'll see you in a few. Good luck. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.